Hello, this video is for the Hacemos Scholarship Committee. My name is Brian Arce Gomez. I am a first-generation Mexican-American student currently enrolled at the University of Nevada, Reno. A little about myself. I graduated with a bachelor's degree back in 2023 in public health with an interest of going into medical school. I've recently just been accepted to the School of Medicine's post-bac program at the University of Nevada, Reno, where I'll be attending this upcoming school year as a full-time student. A little about this program, it is a direct pipeline to the School of Medicine. So as long as I meet their minimum requirements such as GPA, MCAT score, and volunteering-wise, I am guaranteed a seat within their program. A little bit about my motivation wanting to go into medicine really came from growing up as a son of immigrants who had limited healthcare access. I remember seeing my family go through barriers just to receive any access to healthcare, and even the challenges that it came with to even understand what their care really meant. I always thought that these challenges were unique to me and my family until, growing up and getting my own clinical and volunteer experiences, I started to see that it was everywhere. I remember in one of my experiences at the student outreach clinic where this clinic is dedicated in helping the underserved population. I remember I worked as an insurance assistant where I helped patients either apply and educate them about Medicaid. I started to see that many of our patients were not eligible for Medicaid, and many of them were undocumented patients that were not able to receive any of those benefits. And this is where it hit me because what my family was going through, I saw that many other people were going through the same thing, and I wanted to create change, and so I did. I collaborated with my clinical manager at the time, where I was able to research and contact and connect with other local clinics and programs here in town, and I was able to create partnership with these programs. And I was able to create a resource page where we were able to send our patients to these specialized programs if it was for women who needed breast cancer screenings or people who needed to see dermatology or imaging. I was able to create a list where we were able to send these patients for affordable price to go get this care without having to worry about the financial burden. And it's an accomplishment that I've always will be proud of because, even in the small position I had, I was able to create some small change. And I know that as a future physician, I'll be able to create better change for patients. I'll be able to educate them on my own and able to treat them with by being a physician. And knowing that I wanted to go down this pathway, I knew that I needed to excel in my academics. But as a first generation student, I did have my struggles. I remember once I started getting into the upper division science courses, I started to realize that I didn't know how to study. I didn't really know how to reach out for help, and I didn't want to embarrass myself looking like I was dumb or something. Unfortunately, I did do poorly in some of those classes, and at that time, I had to realize that if I wanted to continue with this journey, I needed to learn from my mistakes, and so I did. I learned, I reached out for help. I joined a first generation student program called TRIO on campus, where they were able to, get me with tutoring, teach me about the unknown world of higher education and guide me through my process through school. And that's exactly what I did. I was able to learn how to reach out for help, go to office hours, create study groups, learn about new study techniques. And with these skills that I learned from this program, I was able to apply it to all my future courses where I saw my achievements and my outcome. And because of them and because of my work, I was able to graduate with a bachelor's degree. I am so close to my goal than I ever was before. And I know that with the Hacemos Scholarship, it will allow me to fully focus on school and my education and my community impact without financial burden. I know with the Hacemos Scholarship, it's more than just a support. It's a chance to represent my Hispanic community in medicine and increase that Hispanic physician percentage here in the United States. It's an opportunity that I do not plan to waste. I am closer to my goal than I ever was, and I know that this scholarship will help me in my financial situation. I appreciate it so much for the opportunity, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. Thank you so much.